Hi guys, welcome to production with Julie on Julie TV Global. Today I just want to give my 1 cent opinion to the ongoing, you know, Korra Obidi's marriage saga. Before now, I really didn't want to say anything because it seems that people have spoken a lot about it. So there is really not much to say until I listen to this lady's opinion, and she spoke exactly what I would have loved to say to Korra, because I remember in one of my posts there was this argument between me and the lady, and I said the same thing to her, that this is what Korra really don't need this at this point. But before I give my 1 cent opinion, I just want us to listen to what this lady is about to say. Then I will come back and give my 1
Do
cent.
not get your friends involved in this matter, no matter what. Here's why. You will need a divorce lawyer. From now on, Justin, your ex-husband, or your husband, ex-husband to be, is now fighting against you. So he will get the best lawyer that he can get. And remember, if Korra, you are not a US citizen, you have odds against you. This is important. If you are not a US citizen, please don't get your friends involved in this. Whatever you're doing right now on social media, when you have a divorce court lawyer, when you go to court, those will be your evidence against you. So if I were you, I would be quiet during my divorce. I never said a thing. I never went this and this. I only did it. I only started talking after I had my divorce. After my divorce was final. So please, if you don't have papers, if you only have a green card, you will need Justin in a long run. Whether you like it or not, you are stuck with Justin forever, and you will need him. Here's why. Justin is the father of your son, of your kids, and one thing is foremost: when your green card, if you have a 5-year green card, and you are not a citizen yet, that green card will end. And when it ends, you have to renew it. And when you renew it, you need your ex-husband. And this is why I say, if I were you, I would be quiet as much as possible and try to make things work with Justin. Because, yes, you might be making money on social media, but what you need to remember is divorce lawyer costs money. Now that you're going to be single, you have a man who's working full-time and trying to fight against you, against custody. If I were you, I would be so nice to Justin, where I would agree on shared custody. I would end this quietly as nice. It's because you need him in the long run, whether you like it or not. Your friends, when you go to court, they are useless. I'm speaking this from experience. Those people we call friends, they are useless. Especially that if Justin is a citizen and you only have a green card. Dear, please, if possible, try to make amends with Justin, because you need him. I remember when I was filling my US citizenship, they had to make sure I was my ex-husband, who my ex-husband is. Even if I was not in good terms with my ex-husband, I had to reach out and call my ex-husband and say, hey, they will call you when I'm putting in the citizenship. Now, imagine if I was saying, oh, because he put me in jail, he tried to get me, if I was pissed off and being mean at him, he could have called them and said, yeah, this girl, this and this. But even if we had so many things happening, I was quiet. Guys, it took me 2 years to plan my divorce. I knew 2 years that I gotta leave. But I'm like, Lord Jesus Christ, I have 3 years remaining before my visa expires. And I know when you do your visa, they will ask you, your man, they will want support from your man that you are married before. So whether you like it or not, Korra, you need your husband. Yeah, even if he not, I heard like yesterday I watched his live where he was shouting and calling her names. Yes, he's not the perfect man, but if I were you, I would keep my calm. I'm telling you, some of us, when we are going through divorce, the man would talk. You guys think white people, they are the most lovable people. White people, yes, they will love you, but once they don't like you, they can cause you in trouble. They can make your life miserable. So I understand what she's going through, but at the same time, she has to make peace and protect her peace. Not for now, but for future, especially if Korra doesn't have a green card. Because just for a lawyer to renew her things, I'm telling you, if Justin is a US citizen, and if Korra doesn't have a US citizen, she will need Justin. Even to file that, renew her visa, she will need that. So, if I were you, I would do this in a way I come in terms with Justin and just be nice, because at the end of the day also is your kid's husband. And here in the US, whoever has more money when it comes to law is whoever gonna win. I'm telling you, is whoever gonna win. That's how it works here. It's all about money. If you can hire the best lawyers, you win. Me, what did I do? I didn't have the best lawyer when I was getting divorced. My husband got a lawyer. You know what I did? I was so nice to my ex-husband, even if he put me in jail. But when I started suffering after, he even helped me. So because I was so nice to him during my divorce, I'll tell you this. He's the one, I had to talk to his lawyer too, what I needed. Then his lawyer put it in. So we used one lawyer. His lawyer was also speaking in behalf of me because I was, even if he made me sleep in jail, for the first time in my life, I slept in jail because he lied that I beat him up. But the judge released me. Eh? I slept in jail, guys. And that thing has been expunged by the US government. But the thing is, I was still nice to him because I realized I will still need him. So it doesn't end there after the divorce. You guys are stuck forever. Even after you file for your US citizenship, they will still ask you about Justin. So imagine if Justin still hates you and has got grudge against you. I wouldn't be that mean to him. I'm telling you, I wouldn't involve your friends. I wouldn't involve those people because at the end of the day, they don't know what you guys went through. That's why I can't speak on what if you guys can get back together. That's not my problem. That's not something I have nothing against. But if you can make peace with him and try to come to a common ground, you are way better off. US, I'm telling you, in US, especially when it comes to custody, the videos you make on Facebook, the lawyer will use it against you. So I'm telling you, the lawyer, even if you just made the video dancing and your kid is there and your kid is doing something, they will say you are a bad mother. The lawyer will use that against you, even if you are not a bad mother. This is what this thing is. Everything that you are doing on social media, it's evidence against you. So if Justin, right now, the way he looks crying, if he goes and got the best lawyer, it might end not that. The odds might not end that good for you, especially that you are if you don't have like a US citizen. Yes, you might have a green card, but at the end of the day, that green card will expire. Check your green card. How many years is remaining? This is what you gotta go. Go check your green card. If it remains 2 years, and you got that green card as being married, and once you renew it, you are not married. Korra, that's when you start feeling the hardship, because you have to hire a lawyer now to start feeling. Yes, you might have kids that are born in the US, but if Justin wants, if he wants, he can make life difficult. The reason why I'm saying this because he's a US citizen. And please, I beg you, Sisi, please make sure you make amends with him because you still need him in the long run. Even up to now, I don't have kids with my ex-husband. I don't have kids. But even if after the divorce I was becoming a US citizen, I had to get my ex-husband involved. Up to now, darling, my ex-husband, yes, I come home and bitch that he was this happened, that happened, but I'll call him and say, how are you doing, how is your new girlfriend? Why? It's because one thing also I appreciate, he brought me here. You know, when we had good times, we had good times. Even we don't have no kids, we had our divorce. Okay, he put me in jail, yeah, not in jail, in the cells for one night. Yeah, I spent that one night, but also he helped me get up. Where he called the lawyer and say, he called the judge also and say I lied, and then they said, okay, let her out. Because I wanted her to feel. In every time when you are pissed off when you're in a relationship, one of them will get pissed off. But what's the purpose of making it to someone who doesn't even watch your video? Darling, that's why I can tag them or something. That's why you tag them and they will always know. Okay? Because at the end of the day, this is important. Korra watches most of those videos again when it comes to our topic. And this is important. So, that's why you tag them, and I also tag her to let her know. Because, darling, this is important. I'm talking from my experience. And yes, we can make videos. I know on Facebook videos, we make videos, we make money on Facebook. But when you put up the lawyer's expenses, being a single mother, of course you might get child support, but it won't come now. It won't come now. So you have a long way coming, and that long way will be months of you trying to rebuild yourself. Because I know also when I got here after the divorce, it was, and imagine I didn't even have kids. It was hard just trying to transmission into me, you being used, living alone, paying all the bills by myself. It was much easier when you have a husband, you're splitting the bills, or you are doing this or doing this. But this is why it's important. You have to make peace with Justin, no matter what. Because you are stuck forever. Like me, I don't even have kids with my ex-husband, but I'm stuck with him forever. He's like my family. He's like my family that I'm like, oh, that family, yeah, something happened back ago. So you have to make peace with him. And I'm telling you, when men, even if you are a human being, you are upset, you say things that might hate you. In my case, both of you said something maybe that hate each other, but at the end of the day, you guys have something that you have also shared that is good. At some point, you guys loved each other. So, you shouldn't humble herself. Music is coming. It's something that I've seen, darling. She need to look up her visa. When if she got a citizenship, that's good. But if she only have a green card, that's a turmoil coming. Because once that green card coming, you're supposed to start renewing it months before it gets renewed. Now, if you got that citizenship when you're married, and you get it when you're not married, you have to change the type of citizen, the type of visa you're getting. That's where Justin is useful. And that's where, if I were you, I couldn't divorce him until I got my things I needed. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to say something like this and this, but according to what I went through, the hell, and me, I didn't even have kids, so I can feel for you. Your friends, when things goes bad in court with a divorce lawyer, they won't be there. Ask people, even me talking here and say I'm there, my advice to call, I won't be there. As on social media cheering you up and say you're a strong woman, when that goes to court with the lawyer, divorce lawyer, where you have to hire, and divorce lawyers are so expensive, we won't be there. So the best thing is, make sure you just work between the two of you. Because if you guys come to a common ground, you can even say, okay, for example, I came to a common ground with my ex-husband. So before we even went to a lawyer, we're like, it's like, what are you getting in the house? Okay, I didn't want any trouble afterwards. So I just said, I'm getting whatever I bought and I'm moving out. I'm getting the car that you bought me, it's in my name, and I'm moving out. You know why? Because I didn't touch the house that we bought together. He was okay by me saying I'm getting this. By the time we went to the lawyer and I told the lawyer I want things that I bought when I was working to come with me, he agreed. Actually, in US, we're supposed to share that house, but I didn't because I wanted to move out peacefully. Because at that time, darling, I love money. But at that time, I realized me going fighting against my ex-husband for 2 of our houses could have brought me, could have ended me crying and ended me in more trouble. Because he would have tried to fight with me over those houses. So I realized is that actually I am way better off making sure I got my paper in order, making sure I move on and have my paper, and making sure if I need him for any paperwork regarding anything, he'll be there to answer. That's one of the most important part that I looked. Yes, my divorce, darling, I didn't gain anything. If anything, my divorce, my man benefited more. But I also benefited more where when I was filing for certain like paperwork, visa application, migration, he was there because he was like, man, she didn't do this when I was doing this. She's good and this and this. Okay, I might have put her in this, but again, I can help her. So you need him.
All right, guys. Having listened to this lady, you can really, said a lot, and what she said is exactly, if not the gospel truth. Because it's easy, when you have problem, when you have issues, and you have a lot of people giving you their own opinion, giving you a lot of advice. I think at this point, Korra is at that point where she's listening to a lot of people, and she's not sitting down to weigh, the consequences of what her action might be. Like I used to say, you don't go fight a lion in the jungle, you will lose the fight. I'm not saying she's going to lose, but the tendency for her to is very is very slim. For her to win the case is very slim. It's easy for people to say, yeah, she has her children are citizens and blah 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 blah. Her children are citizens, yes, but what about her? If you are not if you are not in a particular country, especially where they live, and you don't know the laws that governs that place, the best advice to give to Korra is what this lady had just said. And that was what I said at the initial stage. I was like, this is not time for you to fight, girl. This is not the time for you to fight. You need to pipe low. Forget about people telling you, Niger people telling you are a Niger babe. Nothing will happen. Niger babe, they are hailing you queen. Strong woman. Definitely you're a strong woman. Definitely nobody will wish. No, I don't even wish my enemy what you're going through after just giving birth to a child. I will never wish my enemy what you're going through. But if you're in a situation like this, there are times when, to be a coward might be the best option. There are times to look like a very weak person might be the best option at that point. And I think it would have been the best option for Korra at this point. But hey, she has a lot of friends cheering her up. You go, girl. They get a house, an apartment for you. You move in. They are there to support you. There's nothing wrong there. There's nothing wrong with your friends coming to support you. But be careful with the kind of advice you take. Be careful with those cheering you up to, fight. Do this, do that. Be careful. They might not be there when push comes to town. You're not going to fight. It's the kind of fights that you just don't want to, you don't need it. You need to act like, like Nigerians will say, be like the mumu for now. And wait. So, my advice to Korra, just as this lady said, even though she has said it all, is this is not time for you to fight. It may seem you are winning now, but what if you might need this person? Because definitely you're going to need him. Do you know why? You have kids with him. So he's stuck with you for life. He is stuck with you for life. So, taking some actions, listening to people, responding to his comment, and It's not necessary. If there were no children, it would have been a lot more easier. We say, okay, let me deal with this, and that is it. At the end of the day, I'm not going to see this person. But you are stuck with this man on as long as those children are with you, you're going to see him. So it's better for you to even deal with it as it, deal with his behavior, be accommodative. Sometimes we wear that mumu clothes not because we want to wear it, but because of the children involved, because of the relationship that was there before now. To us, when you went for the talent show, that he was the love of your life, and you said he's a good man. We are not saying, because I don't even want to talk about him, because I don't want to even call his name, not because unnecessary attention, because him coming out on social media to bring out his family was a wrong thing for him to do. It was a no. So on me looking at him already, I've seen him as a very weak man. Yes. So I actually don't want to talk about him. I just want to talk to my Niger sister. The battle you're fighting is not something you need friends. You need a lot of advice. It's something you need to sit in within you and give yourself an advice that will favor you, because of the children involved. I don't want you going fighting a battle that might do that will favor your children at the end of the day. You are hurting, yes. There are better ways to handle things without fighting the way you are fighting. I'm not going to say much, like I said, because this my sister has said it all, because she went through it and I know what she is talking about. That is the best way to have fought this battle. But now that you're on this part already, if you can find a way of having an amicable understanding between the two of you, that the fight don't get so dirty as it is, manage the situation that at the end of the day to favor you. You can keep those children and still get help from him. This is America. It's not easy for you to be by yourself. You've said it before, and I know what you're talking about. To be a single mom in America, taking care of children by yourself with no relative, is not a joke. So if I were you, I would have found a better way, of handling this. Especially, try not to make it look messy as it is. Don't bring your friends and family to this battle, because you are stuck with this man for life. There are children involved. Dealing with divorce, and when there are children involved, because that's where people get it, twisted. They just fight. Let's fight. Me and you were fighting. They forgot that there are children involved, and those children will be there. That man you're fighting, you will continue to see that man until maybe the day is no more, or you will no more. It's like to death do you apart, as long as there are children involved. So when you're fighting dirty like that, think about the children. Think about the children. What would they say when they grow up? That's what I would have done. There would have been a better way to handle this without coming out and bringing in your friends. I just hope it favors you at the end of the day. Well, it's your girl Jolie on Jolie TV. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. From me to you, like I used to say in all my videos.